Hi Marlene, Daphne here. You are so going to get to Australia and so quickly. This is fantastic work. Really, really good. Absolutely lovely essay. I wish it was sunny here today. Actually, it's pouring with rain. So I thought, okay, I'll get all my planning done for this week for school and everything. And then maybe by the time I finished all that, it will stop raining. So some people think watching TV and films make children more creative. Others feel it can lower creativity. Discuss both views. Really interesting question. So this is great. Whether TV programs are undoubtedly beneficial for the creativity of children or even disadvantageous is an often argued question among educators or parents. Absolutely brilliant. Well done. You've got that right. Yeah. Instead of that, I might just put entirely beneficial. Undoubtedly is quite a tricky word. I know you quite like it, but it's quite a tricky word. And entirely is wholly beneficial. But that is absolutely correct. Well done. Use it again just like that. Okay? We said before, didn't we? It's very difficult, but you've got it. I believe that watching television, no capital, TV is capital, but television isn't, is indeed more for personal entertainment rather than to improve creative patterns in youngsters. I'm going to emphasize this with a Danish study. Okay, good, really nice. The possibility of increasing... Now, you had this sentence starting again with if. Now, you started with whether there, but they're kind of not exactly interchangeable. And I wouldn't do it twice. I wouldn't start it twice because, yes, it's good, but there's a danger that you make a mistake and there are other ways that we can do it. Okay, so you said if pre-designed TV programs may increase the creativity of youngsters might depend on the thing. So your problem here is may, because you've put in two conditionals. So it would work like this. If pre-designed programs increases creativity of youngsters might depend on. But then it still doesn't work because it does work with whether but not if. And do you know what? I know you're going to say why, and I really can't remember, and I would have to go and look it up. But what I'm suggesting instead, because I think the main point is like, yes, it's very good as a structure, but don't do it immediately after you've just done it. Try this. The possibility of increasing creativeness by pre-designing programs might depend on the chosen series. So start with a strong noun. IELTS loves strong nouns. All this beautiful noun is my subject, okay? The possibility of increasing creativeness by pre-designing programs might depend on. So that is a really lovely academic way to do it. But you look how long this subject is. That's all my subject. And that's all one noun. Programs is the main noun, and then these are the extras to make it amazing. And then might depend on as my verb. So that is maybe more reliable as a structure. And then you're going to carry on here. TV choices like cartoons, adventure films, or animated movies are more considered as enjoyment or for entertaining purposes. This is because character stories and settings, great vocab here, are already specified, and small consumers, not small, young consumers can follow these films easily without any of their own ideas or design options. Good point. Good point. However, according to German scientists, if certain do-it-yourself or art programs are watched, creativity might be improved. Remember, that's a passive infinitive. You need the improved, good, by about 20% when children imitate those visualized suggestions. Really nice. Absolutely. And my children used to love those art programs. Therefore, watching TV could lead to partial creativity. Yeah, nonetheless, it seems not to be the best option. Well done. It seems not to be the best option. Okay, good. In contrast, many educators and children have considered that blockbuster media consumption are not beneficial for a child and might even have a negative influence. Now, just going back up to this, if this is your sort of yes, it's a good idea paragraph, don't end on a negative. Because now I'm a bit, now I want that in contrast, here's my negative. I want this to be my positive. So I'd stop there on your example. Creativity and experimental development. Something like that. Okay, so end on a positive, because this is your positive paragraph. Now, in contrast, many educators have considered that blockbuster film are not beneficial and even might have a negative impact. Absolutely. Yeah. Have considered that. Yeah. I'd go stronger. Have argued. If they've considered it, it's like they've thought about it. Yeah, okay, fine. Not really bothered. But you want something stronger here, especially at the start of this. Have argued that. This is because many children could be overstimulated or bored. Those are totally contradictory. Overstimulated or even bored, or on the contrary, bored. Make the point that these are two totally different extremes by the variety and volume of transferred information. Significantly, this might affect their developing brains harmfully, and creativity may even be decreased. Good. Okay. Do we mean bored? I think I'm not convinced by that word choice. You mean kind of understimulated, maybe? All right, go bored. I don't know if we can be bored by variety. I don't know if that, or maybe you could go uninspired. By the variety. Or you want to be uninspired almost despite the variety. Don't worry too much. Okay, but just the only thing I really wanted to pick up was that contrast between overstimulated and bored, and how to just kind of make that work. A Danish study recently indicated that instead of watching TV, reading is a more valuable, you're comparing, alternative for children, because imagination is a key factor of this activity and must be used to create characters. And so absolutely, maybe go because personal imagination is a key factor of this activity. Absolutely lovely writing. Okay, what I'm noticing here is the really, really good organization. I like how you're introducing your examples with different structures. Okay, you're developing it beautifully. This is because. Okay, furthermore, you're adding information using the modal verbs. Brilliant. Absolutely works really, really well. You've got passives in there. There's so much going on here. Really, really good. But you've done it very neatly. I mean, that is good on time. And you don't need 1,000 words, do you? Really, really nice work here. To conclude, I think that media consumption of children might only result in limited access to limited access hang on, the media that results in a limited increase. I don't think you mean access, I think you mean increase to their creativity, and other methods like storytelling are undeniably more valuable to boost their creative development. Okay, is there another word for creative? I'm asking myself. Because I'm just going to go in synonyms here. Here you go. Hopefully you can see that. Artistic, imaginative, inventive, innovative, productive. So those are all synonyms that we could be using instead of creative, which we might need in an essay like this. Sometimes it's very easy to just stick with the same word, but then we've got that danger of repetition, and what we want to try and do is have maximum marks for the range of the vocab as well. Okay, so really, really nicely done. I'm really happy with this. I mean, this is great. What I'd love to do is get Ellen to check over one of your essays again soon, so that she can see your progress. So you're getting both of us. Okay, let me know if you'd be happy with that. Okay, good work on that one. Let's carry on. So a map, how nice. I like the maps. Also, I've been with my students, I've been looking at the process diagram. I think it's on page 135 of the book. There's a horrible picture, don't understand it at all. But the exercises to do are really interesting in identifying the overall sentence, identifying the linking words, identifying the complex sentences, It's quite a well-structured task. I think it's on 135. It's in the ready for writing section. Okay, the two maps illustrate major changes in the coastal area which took place between 2009 and 2014. Overall, while the main structure has not been changed significantly, fantastic verbs, the industrial complex vanished for green areas and new facilities have been constructed. Okay. I might go vanished. You were in 4 green areas. I might go in favour of newly planted green areas, something like that. Vanished 4 doesn't quite work. Okay. In comparison, the main road, conservation centre, school and lake remained the same. Okay, whereas, good. 3 additional residential homes were extended to 6, which are located in the north. Really good. Okay. During the period, the whole industry complex was replaced by green trees and a university. And a university was constructed to the west. Good. Yeah, we've got that path in there as well. And a university was constructed in the west. Good. You could go a new university building was constructed next to the lake within the football circle. A new small swimming pool was built. Careful there. Okay. Which completed the 2 large pools in the east. Completed or complemented? Because they're already there. Not completed, I would go complemented. Or, which were in, in addition to. You could have that as well. Okay. Addition to the southwest, a harbour has been built next to the shore, which allows boats access to the sea. Notably, a new footpath was created, connecting the harbour and the main road through the landscaped area. Yay! 5 minutes over time. Don't worry, you can do that. You're fine. I'm just thinking here, why have we got has been built? It doesn't really matter. It's this subtle difference again between present perfect and past simple. So I think for me, more naturally, I'd go past simple there because it's finished and they're probably not going to build another one. I mean, you never know. This is a tricky bit, isn't it? Because present perfect indicates they might build another one day. So I think when you say your trees was replaced, that's probably, it's whether it's finished or not. You might be safe. No, you're okay. Don't worry. Forget all that. If anything, I'd probably go that in the past tense, the harbour was built and trees have been planted because they may plant more trees, but they probably won't build a new harbour. But hey, who knows? Basically, absolutely really, really lovely answer. What I'm looking for in this is the organisation which you've got, the details you picked up, lots of details. You've used a whole range of amazing vocabulary here with all these constructed, replaced, You've used lots of passive verbs, which we want, and you've got the geography right. So, hey, go and have a great weekend. Amazing work.